Hey guys, my name is Gina Leedy, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the article titled Barriers to and Facilitators of Female Deans' Career Advancement in Higher Education and Exploratory Study in Vietnam. So the purpose of this study was to figure out what kind of problems or reoccurrences that these individuals have had in becoming, female leaders. So not many studies have been in East Asia cultures revolving around female leadership at all or career advancement. So this fills a gap in looking at the experiences of female deans in selected universities. So some of the key concepts were that these women face in leadership. They include like professional barriers, cultural barriers, and even barriers from society as a whole. So this case was actually pretty lengthy. It was quite extensive, if I must say, 17 pages long, and actually for a while when I was reading the abstract, I wasn't really sure if it was even going to get to the point of what it is like they were exactly discussing, but towards the middle of it, it just took a long time to read, but towards the middle of it they actually began getting involved more. So they did position their research proposal by saying they wanted to do face-to-face interviews, and this was actually a method that they used. And in the face-to-face interviews, so 6 females were actually interviewed, and then but 9 were invited to participate in the study altogether. And actually some men were interviewed too. 5 males were interviewed due to the fact that their positions were most likely the decision factor of whether or not female academics were promoted. So and some of the findings, they gave an in-depth look in their position or their current position as deans and the hardships that they faced going into the status. So they expressed their how like their support systems encouraged them to do so and pursue their leadership positions. They shared insight about the perception of female empowerment in Vietnam. So a couple of the barriers that they encountered between all participants were family obligations. So in Vietnamese culture, females were, strictly like the head of the household in taking care of the house, and they took a lot of pride in that. So they were afraid to take part in too many outside social activities, and didn't care. They didn't want to look like they didn't care about their family by pursuing a work career. So yeah, they're the women in Vietnam living in a culture where their primary role is the homemaker. So that was hard for a lot of the Vietnamese women to take on. So their findings were recorded and transcribed in Vietnamese, and this just helped them collect more direct data than not being in Vietnamese, because these women, these individuals in general, they were native speakers, so this helps them feel more comfortable. And then they were just transferred into English. So some of the strengths and weaknesses, I feel like this could have been a lot more. I feel like it was very vague at first, but the study did get more in depth as it went on. They talk about like their strong family support and their self-effort. They what was it? The their barriers and facilitators in taking like the deanship and study it was like a reoccurring theme. So they saw like the same thing happen over and over and over again, which I guess helped their study. So it was their hypothesis was accurate, and it seeing these results over and over again helped them get a better understanding of how accurate it was. There were scholarly sources that were used in the literature review. So they did a good job with, breaking it apart and showing like where they were focusing. But like I said, again, it was more towards the middle because at first I was confused by a lot of the wording and stuff like that until it got more in depth into what exactly they were talking about. So yeah, that was their experiment. Their case study was their method was the face-to-face interviews, and their observation. They knew that they pretty much understood that their findings were going to be pretty accurate to their hypothesis. I feel as though, like I said, they could have gone more in depth, but overall, I feel like this, the concept of it was really kind of cool because, again, you don't see many females in leadership roles elsewhere in other countries, and even in America. Yes, we see it, and it is growing every day, but other cultures have, different barriers and different struggles to tackling that head on, whereas, we might be a little bit more free to do so. So, but every day, they're going to get judgments and stuff like that. So I really found this study quite interesting because it gave me a look at a different kind of culture in females taking leadership roles or furthering their education to become of higher status or management status. So I really thought it was nice. And yeah, I think that is it. So thanks for listening. Bye.